morning, and welcome to this week's edition of Marquette in Motion. We're your hosts, Hallie Kilberg
and Miranda Peters. Thanks so much for joining us on the Small Business Saturday. And now, let's get down to business.
To start off, Miranda and I will be discussing the origin of Small Business Saturday, why you should support your local businesses, and we'll also be discussing how you can support what we call generosity.
And speaking of trees and Christmas, Justina will be here in segment 2 with the details about the caroling, which our first graders will soon be partaking in.
Then, shifting focus from the elementary to high school, Jeb and Garrett will be here with the sports report.
Luke will then be here interviewing sophomore international student Julian Nam.
And Amy and Macy will end the show by looking ahead.
Now with Black Friday behind us and Cyber Monday just ahead, there's a special day placed right in the middle, Small Business Saturday. That day happens to be today. The day's observance is in its relative infancy, as the day hadn't been a thing until 2010. The credit card company American Express actually began Small Business Saturday just a short 8 years ago, with all the hopes of giving local businesses exposure and added revenue.
With Christmas and shopping entering many people's minds at this time of year, many head to the Walmarts, Targets, and other chain outlets. Small Business Saturday helps to shine a light on the smaller shops and locally owned businesses in our towns.
So why shop small? Well, small businesses on average donate 250% more to nonprofits than large businesses.
And out of every $100 you spend at your local businesses, 68 of those dollars stay in your local economy.
Marquette especially has been lucky enough to have so many small local businesses supporting us. First and foremost are this year's Marquette in Motion sponsors. They include Bellevue Health Mart Pharmacy, Bellevue Sand and Gravel, Maquoketa State Bank of Andrew, Maquoketa and Preston, and Kitchen and Bath Solutions.
Please, support these businesses not only because they're great businesses, but also because we wouldn't have a show without them. Other businesses have also been very giving.
For example, every time a Marquette team has gone to state, Mighty Miss has donated money back to the school for every shirt sold, donating about $250 to the sports teams going to state.
Horizon Hall has donated the use of their hall at a discounted price for all of the homecoming dances held there. Horizon Hall and 2nd Street also issue free personal pizzas to young readers who meet reading goals at school.
Bender's has allowed many school teams to fundraise using their brat stand.
Lampy's True Value and Fidelity Bank, as well as Bellevue State Bank, consistently donate placemats, napkins, and cups for numerous events.
And so many small businesses donate to our Magic of Children event, not to mention to so many of our events and activities throughout the year. So please, support your favorite small businesses not only today, but every day, as they give so much back.
Speaking of giving, the community will soon have the opportunity to do so for a very great cause.
Coming soon to the MEC will be a lighted Christmas tree. This Christmas tree will be decorated with box ornaments made from old Christmas cards. However, the only way an ornament is placed on the tree is with a donation of $10.
This $10 will go towards Takeaway Hunger, a food packaging event held at Marquette during Catholic Schools Week. During the Takeaway Hunger event, life-saving food is measured and added to a baggie, and then sealed and sent to the hungry and less fortunate in our country and beyond.
Again, each ornament will represent $10, which is equivalent to 40 packaged meals.
Please, help us fill our generosity tree with ornaments. For each ornament represents a donation of $10, which represents 40 life-saving meals.
Because so many of us are so very fortunate, please take some time to donate and give back.
And, speaking of being fortunate, lucky you! We've got more Marquette in Motion right after the break.
Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. Here now is Justina Denlinger with a note on caroling.
The first grade students in Bellevue, those from Marquette Catholic and those from Bellevue Elementary, will come together this Monday, November 26th. The students will gather in the Father Cruzy Parish Center and will work together to make crafts and assemble cookie baskets. The following Thursday, December 6th, the first graders and their teachers, Miss Katie Kiefer, Mrs. Emily Rieg, and Mrs. Lisa Roth, will be walking around Bellevue giving these baskets to the elderly and homebound in the community. The students will also be Christmas caroling as they do so. If you know someone who is elderly or homebound and would like to be visited, please call the school at 872-3356, as we would love to add them to the list. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Justina Denlinger.
Thanks, Justina. Now here are Jeb and Garrett with the sports report.
Thanks, girls. This week marked the official beginning of the girls' basketball season with a game Monday night, November 19th against Wahlert Catholic at home. The action began at 6 p.m. with the JV girls who were not able to pull out a win against the 3A Wahlert team.
Varsity action commenced next, and this game saw the Marquette girls come out on top of Wahlert with a final score of 59-52.
Marquette's efforts were led by junior Miranda Peters, who put up 25 points in the girls' first game and victory of the season.
Tuesday night, the girls then traveled to take on the Easton Valley Riverhawks. These results will be in next week's edition.
The boys' basketball team traveled to Clinton High School for a scrimmage on Tuesday, November 20th, and took on Monticello in a scrimmage at home yesterday, November 23rd. The boys will begin their official season next Tuesday, November 27th, in a matchup against Central City.
The girls will continue their season with a game against Central City as well that night. JV action begins at 4 o'clock and varsity will begin at 6 o'clock.
In Marquette dance news, the dance team will be competing at the state dance competition in Des Moines on November 29th and 30th. Here they will be performing a hip-hop and pom routine. From Marquette in Motion, this has been Jeb Schwager
And Garrett Krieg
with your Marquette Sports Report.
Thanks, guys. Don't go away. We'll be back with more Marquette in Motion after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. Here now is Luke Keys interviewing Julian Nam.
Hi, I'm Elise Kilberg, and I'm filling in for Luke Keys, and I'm interviewing Julian Nam. Julian is an international student and is in his second year at Marquette. Julian, can you tell us where you're from and about your family?
I'm from South Korea, and I lived with my parents and my brother, but my brother is in U.S. now. He's in Texas, and yeah, that's all.
What made you decide to study abroad?
I thought studying in U.S. gives me more opportunities for my future, so I decided to study abroad.
What are some differences that stand out to you between life in South Korea and life here?
I don't think there are big differences between standing out in South Korea and U.S., but I have to be like independent in here because I don't live with my parents and my family, so yeah, I have to be independent.
What do you tell your parents when they ask you about how school is going at Marquette?
I said it's going pretty well, but it's kind of hard to follow at first time, but it's pretty good.
We just celebrated Thanksgiving on Thursday. Now Christmas trees and lights and other decorations are already up. What kinds of holidays do you celebrate in South Korea?
We have Korean Thanksgiving in like September and October, and then we have Christmas, and we have New Year's Day, like January 1st. That's it. Yeah, kind of same.
What are your interests and what do you hope to do in the future?
I'm interested in like math and sciences. So for now, I want to be a doctor. So after graduating college, I want to go to medical school for now. This might be a short plan.
If someone from your country is thinking about coming to America, particularly to the Midwest, to be an international student, what advice do you have for them?
Just be prepared, and then think about what you want to be like in the future. Then just study hard.
Thanks for letting us interview you. This has been Elise Kilberg for Marquette in Motion.
Here now are Macy and Amy looking ahead.
On Monday, the 26th, there is a girls' junior high basketball game at Kalmus-Wheatland High School starting at 4.
Tuesday, all high school basketball teams will play at home, with JV starting at 4:30 and varsity starting at 6.
On Wednesday, there will be our Marquette Family Fun Day.
On Thursday, there is a quiz bowl competition starting at 8:30 a.m. at Clinton Community College. There is also a junior high girls basketball game against Easton Valley at the Miles Building starting at 4.
Also on Thursday, our dance team will be out in Des Moines to participate in the state dance team competition.
On Friday, the junior high girls will play at home starting at 4, and our high school teams will be playing at El Burnett, with the JV starting at 4:30 and varsity starting at 6.
Finally, on Saturday, our high school teams will be playing against the Bellevue Comets in the MEC, with the JV starting at 2, and because of 4:15 Mass, the varsity will be starting at 6.
For Looking Ahead, this has been Macy Kramer
and Amy Sieverding
for Marquette in Motion.
Thanks, girls. We're definitely looking forward to that crosstown rivalry. But what we're looking forward to even more
is being here with you next Saturday.
For Marquette in Motion, this has been Hallie Kilberg
and Miranda Peters.
And remember,
stay informed,
stay involved,
stay
in motion.